All right, welcome back to Encounter Roleplay, where we are wrecking Ravnica. All right, so, let's just give a bit of a kickoff. Just welcoming you all back into the madhouse that it has been for the last couple of weeks. We have just been off the wall with all of this tea. I mean, seriously, I need a monster, please, guys.
We were
We're our
monsters.
own monsters, Corey.
We are the monsters.
I'm a monster.
Yeah.
Why don't you hate me?
I love all
We have been through this.
Okay, so, we've had a crazy couple weeks. First, I want to throw a big shout out to our sponsors out there. Headlining this week, just number one, and I was in the couple sessions of the Spy game. If you haven't checked it out, it's pretty bad. I'm really a big fan of it. I got to play a hacker, which is really cool, and got to do all kinds of cool spy stuff. And the Kickstarter's live, so go check them out. We got a link here in the chat. Go over there. I'm backwards. And check it out because it's a whole lot of fun. Second to that, we've got Fantasy Grounds, which is our always stable dice rolling machine. Also, it's a great map device and allows us to support all the fantastic artwork that we've got out there for maps and everything that we throw up onto the stream. So thank you guys very much over at Fantasy Grounds. So next we got whalengames.co.uk, 20% off for mentioning Encounter Roleplay over there. So that's a pretty great way to stock your tabletop for those analog players like myself. I am actually in the middle of starting up a table group, which is killer. I've got a big heart for the table game. I've got a big, I miss it so much sometimes, but I love the community online that keeps pulling me back. So check out the website. They've got some great discounts over there and a whole lot of variety from everything from Warhammer 40K on to D&D, fantasy to sci-fi. All right, and last but not least, we have Tabletop Loot and their amazing dice of much repute. I will not mention any names in competition, but I will say that Tabletop has taken the cake every time I've rolled their dice next to anybody else. So go check them out and get some out there. If you should retweet us, that we get to 20, Tabletop Loot has been so generous as to allow us to donate a set of dice to whoever wins the chat. So enter to win once we get to 20 retweets. So get the word out, guys. All right. If you should have an opportunity to, donate some bits or something along those lines, we have a whole bunch of rewards, which you can find out by playing the games in chat and just asking what the donates are. What's the link? Can someone post that real quick just to get all the rewards to pop up? I mean, you can do everything from wild magic surge to make weird random things happen in the game, and I will incorporate them as best as I can, or something as awesome as just an additional magic item.
Those are the same thing. Wild magic surges causing plot developments in the game, like those are identical, right?
Yeah.
That's what they've been so far.
It's the same. That's what wild magic surges do, right?
Only for Hollow.
In our experience.
They have and Malachar,
Yeah.
both victims of very story-changing wild magic surges.
Dude's got a freaking castle, guys.
So seamless. It looks like I did.
That's Lord Short to you.
No, seriously, we really appreciate your support out there, guys. So throw them at us and see what you can do to throw us off our kilter. I mean, these guys have so much magic items on them right now. I swear, they took out a CR9, a CR11, and 2 CR7s without a long rest in between.
Yes.
I am loving this. I get to drop all the big bads. And
no.
We're in Ravnica, so I mean, I get some really cool big bads.
Corey, just take all the other bullshit and just add the Eldrazi, just please.
The real big bad is character backstory.
Oof.
I mean,
Hey, there are some big drops coming your guys' way in the next couple sessions as we are getting close to the end of the season, and that means wrapping up a lot of character plot lines and introducing some new ones, cliffhangers for next season. So Just a few sessions left. I'm so amped to see where we go this season because it's just been a wild, crazy ride. So who wants to do the recap? What happened last session? What tea dropped, what spilled, and who got burned?
So much and everyone's. Recap done!
God. It's on YouTube.
All right, so we got back after a big, long subterranean delve where we almost died and the world might be ending because of giant undead armies covered in this mystical metal called Lazatec.
Correct.
Then we fought a dragon and a Bahir, and then that was kind of the middle note of that particular session because then a wild magic surge plot development canon happened, which caused Hollow, the person above me right there, to get duplicated. And then when we killed her copy, it resurrected her patron, a Death Pact angel named Ardariel, which just was like, what? And then we had a bunch of morality stuff, and we learned that Nunu's character, Arcady, was like Knight of the Death Pact, whatever that means. That T still hasn't dropped. I don't know.
And Darth Sidious.
It's really intense. Nunu's fun. So then we had an entire session of just vignettes between characters where we dropped a bunch of tea. Hollow is questioning her guild alignment and like if she wants to join another guild. Malakar is building a team to protect Ravnica of long-lived individuals who kick ass. And he approached Spectissa all the way over there, and Fane all the way up there. And then, of course, there was Arcady trying to corrupt Hollow, and Seneva just kind of like, what the fuck? Because Celestia wasn't as nice as Seneva wanted it to be when a previous... Well, Seneva, why don't you share that part?
Oh man, but I mean that was like super awkward, and I was curious to hear what you were going to say.
but I have reasons I'm not talking about it right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I had a sleepover at Malakar's house, and I hung out with Dumbledore, and that was really nice. And then,
That's my cat.
Yeah, he's a wonderful kitty. And then, well, Malakar and I were talking, and then, my old friend, partner, Ayala showed up, and well, I had known that she was, like in the Demia and stuff. She used to be in the Celestia, but then, some stuff happened and she left. But apparently Malakar helped train her in the Demir, and I did not know this. This was the first time I have seen her for a while, so it has been awkward, and we went right from seeing her, and now we are going to go and get breakfast with our friends, and I'm sure that will be very nice.
Yeah. Oh, also, all the guilds were being rude, because, Fane got investigated by Boros, annoying people, and Arcady got demoted. For being gone for a day, we think?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Not even a day. Not even a day.
Oh, and Malakar revealed that he's been a Demir spy for 25 years to Spectissa on basically a whim, and it was great. Breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast.
All that was one session? You guys are busy.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of session before there.
Less than half, yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
I'm hungry.
It's a lot.
I'm not.
We will bring it in. We will bring it in to Ayala and Malakar. Seneva and Malakar sitting on the balcony, getting ready to go to breakfast, as everyone is making their way to the Boros Brew. Right? That's where we decided we're having breakfast?
That was the location.
Yeah. I'm making my way very slowly.
Partially because it's the only named tavern we have besides the Rakdos one.
I mean, that is so not true. It's just
And of course, I am stopping off in 2 places beforehand. But yeah.
Okay, draw a blank. Where else you stopping, Fane?
The other place is just the barracks because I can requisite a crossbow. With my feature of being a Chorus Legionnaire, I can just get one for free.
What happened to the first one?
Side deck commanders usually, they usually chain them to their waist so they don't drop it when they're flying around. For some reason, it never occurred to Fane, and this is his 7th crossbow.
Actually, I think it might be the 8th. Yeah. I always lose them. I'm not sure why.
You just have a bunch of pre-filled forms with Fane's name on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I just come in and they're like, "Okay, Commander, here you go. Just take it. Go ahead."
Like Tissa probably stole the X6, right?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, every time I've lost it, it's just been specced around the city.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
How did I get that good combo on the dragon, though? Multiple crossbows.
Making a fortune off of these crossbows.
All right. Okay, so that's awesome. You guys rock. All right, so you guys are sitting there looking out over the city, sipping your morning tea.
Sun's rising.
Our morning tea, very correct.
Yes, quite.
So I know you don't want to talk about this Lesnia thing.
Well, oh no!
Twelve-sided guy!
The reaction.
Thank you, 12-sided guy.
And Saniva
thank you,
get
12-sided
natural
guy.
20s from 12-sided guy.
Thank you.
Now the whole team has him. 12-sided guy!
Now we have a chance.
Yeah,
There we
still
Yeah, you got it.
right here. Not forgetting about it. It's just hanging
Can
over.
we decide when the DM uses it? Can we just go, "Hey DM, use
so.
that in that one"?
I think
guess
that is it.
I think so.
Ruling is on that is that you guys you decide when I use that. It's because I don't really like imposing it onto you guys when you're making a roll. That just always feels wrong. So I'm okay, and I can roll with it if you pick a pivotal moment to make me fail at something, or make a bad guy fail at something, because it's still a success for me.
I'm in for it.
I love it.
So, thank you very much, 12-sided guy, and we're going to zoom in from long range, like, pan in the side of the enormous tower in the middle of the blister coils, and we see Saniva and Malakar sitting tea, watching out the sun and the clouds burning off in the morning.
So yeah, I know you don't really want to talk about the Selesnya thing with Daela, and I get that, and I know you're probably thinking a lot right now, thinking through how your world changes, and where you're gonna go from here, and it's probably kind of distressing. And I just want to say that I recognize that. I understand that's where you're at right now. Probably, maybe. I'm not trying to impose on you. And I just wanted to say that you're not by yourself in that. I think most of us have been through betrayal before. Feeling like what we could count on and what we believed in had betrayed us. And I don't really know why I'm doing the Malakar voice right now, because it's just the two of us. But you'll be okay. You can move on, and you can cope. You'll probably do some things you regret. You will probably do some things that aren't healthy, but they are what you need to move past. And just trust me when I say you can't do worse than what others have done. You can't do worse than what I've done. So whatever you need to move on, it's okay. let me know. I'm here to help when I can.
Thank you, Malakar. What was it that you lost faith in?
Well, for me, it's the Azorius thing. You've probably heard my opinion about them in the past.
You mentioned.
So I didn't used to live here. I lived a little off 10th Street in an Orzhov-controlled apartment building with my family. I was working as a law mage. I was trying to make things better. I believed that the system could be fixed from the inside. Let's put it that way. I pushed. I tried to make things better. I tried to improve the conditions like what I lived in, because the Orzhov get away with murder, figuratively and literally. And that's not right. I just kept trying to push. But there are people in the Senate, the Azorius, who get a lot of benefits off of that status as well. So there are people who didn't. Senator Kandor. Leonos Kandor. I got on the wrong side of him, and on a overcast weekend, he put an eviction notice over on my building. The thing about that is that when the Azorius evict people, it's not exactly polite. And they put the warning in sky runes in the sky. And normally that's fine because they work so slowly, they'll be there for a couple months, and it's fine. But he pushed it through because he had clout. He knew the right people. He pulled the right strings. And I come home from trying to work on a case. My building was leveled. The whole thing was gone. And 472 people dead. People die because of this system. Not just anybody, people we care about. I could have. I'm here because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. So yeah, when I don't exactly hold the Azorius in the highest esteem, it's because their system is flawed and it kills people. And I'm not just meaning the people who need food or the people who can't pay the fines and the fees or the people who get thrown in jail by the Boros. I mean actual people that I knew. My people.
It was not your fault. What happened?
Isn't it though?
But no, it is the fault of the people who knew what they were doing when they pushed that through. That is who is to blame. Not you. You were trying to do what was right. Trying to help lots of people.
Well, it kind of did the opposite, didn't it? And now that man is dead. I made sure of that.
Did it make you feel any better?
Never does. You know what made me feel better was about a decade of losing myself in the cult of Rakdos. Better is a relative term, but when you're doing it, certainly helps. I'd like to make a deception check.
I mean, you can. I was not
That
going
was-
to see.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Anyway. I'm just holding this mug because you got one. I can't actually drink liquids anymore.
Oh, that is part of the shininess?
Yeah. You want some more?
Oh, okay, if you can't have any, it doesn't seem good to waste tea.
Alright.
Suneva will take one of the 2 flower bracelets that they have on their wrist right now and play with one for a moment and then just kind of awkwardly hand it over to Malakar and just say, you don't like have to wear this or anything, but you could like press it in like one of your books or something, and so you know that you still have people who are thinking about you.
Ayala made these. Right?
She did.
Do you want to hear something that you're not going to like? That's a bad way to put it. Sometimes the truth hurts. Do you want to still know it anyway?
Yeah, I think I need to. What is it?
And Carlo slipped the flower bracelet in his pocket. There's a little history there with Ayala. Wasn't just around for her training. Remember that raid with Rakdos? The one that I was there for, and yeah.
Can't really forget.
Yeah, sorry. I was pushing that. I was orchestrating that raid because I needed to pull an operative out of the Selesnya Conclave undercover and establish a new cover for them in the Rakdos cult. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
It was her. Zayela. Went in to pull her out and establish a cover identity for her in the Rakdos. That's where, as far as I'm aware, she's still positioned officially. Although we jump around sometimes off record.
But I don't understand. This was so long ago.
I just thought you'd want to know. Hey, it means there's at least a couple good people at Rakdos, right? Am I allowed to count myself?
I I don't know what to do right now.
Well, that raid was a little bloody, brazen. Didn't work out the best. In case you noticed, things don't normally cause quite that much trouble.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a successful mission. We tried to pull her out. That didn't happen for a little later.
Do you... Did you know Solveig at that time? Did she know that this raid was all part of this Demir thing?
Yeah. Another contact. Did I mention that every guild has problems?
I think I need to go take a walk now. I will see you at breakfast, and thank you for the tea.
Wait.
And
Geneva, I know where Solveig is.
you do? Ayala said she was gone. Well, I guess that shouldn't surprise me, should it?
Sorry.
Where
Look.
Where is she?
So you remember our friend Cyrus?
Yeah?
Cyrus is safe because he's under the care of the Demir. He's not really allowed to leave. You know, like a prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Solveig's in a similar state right now.
Why?
Look, I get whispers through the Demir contacts. You know, we all have different allegiances and people we report to, and getting people to tell you anything is a lot. So I know where they are. I know that the situation they're in. I don't know why.
So, where are they?
Underground. Below Duskmantle. It's not an easy trek.
Okay, well, it's a start. I guess I have to go do some things and get some stuff, and then... Oh no, but we have to go and meet the others. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you go on ahead?
Okay, I will... Yeah, I'll start heading over then. And I'll see you there at at breakfast in a bit?
Sure. I wouldn't lie to you. I'll be there.
Thank you for telling me these things, Malakar.
Like I said, I am here if you need me. But I understand if you don't want me.
If we can be fine for real, because I know your guild has all kinds of stupid rules and restrictions, but if I could still be friends, then that would be wonderful, Malakar, but I understand if we can't be, or if you can't tell me. But it doesn't really matter. We will always be friends, Malakar. Zitamir have made me lose too many.
I won't lie to you, but there will be things I can't say.
That is okay.
Now, I have something I have to do, so I might be a little late for breakfast.
Yeah.
But I'll be there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I have something I need to do too, but, okay, so I will see you at breakfast in a bit, and danke again. And I turn my sparkles back on and head out.
Cute. Malakar just sits on the balcony with his legs dangling off under the railing. I don't even eat food. Why do I need to go to breakfast?
It's a social obligation.
He grabs the mug that Sneva was using, and looks at it for a bit, and just chucks off the balcony.
Oh.
Why is everyone so sad?
And then he's going to leave out that way as well.
Okay. So, as Malakar exits scene, we will pan over to Hollow.
Hello.
Face down, trudging quietly through the streets, where she finds herself in front of the Boros Brew, wandering aimlessly.
Yeah, I don't really want to go in. Is there a place where is there a bench or something that I could sit outside for a little bit?
There's actually a little grove right outside that is got a little pond/fountain and some a trellis with some vines and a very nice fine flower thing coming down with a sweet smell, maybe honeysuckle or something of the sort. And seems somewhat peaceful.
Sounds lovely. I will go there and just have a seat and wait a couple minutes and try to cast message to Malakar. Just, I don't know if he's within range yet. She doesn't know where he is. So she's like, Malakar?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep casting it because it's a cantrip. Oh, you're around? I mean, I'm sorry to bother you, but can we talk before breakfast? It's Hallow, by the way. I'm in a park by the inn. If you're not too busy, it's okay if you are. I can just go to breakfast.
He responds, I'm a little tied up right now, but you should check your pockets.
I will check my pockets.
Yep.
What is in my pocket?
So in one of your exterior pockets, you find a small little crumpled up piece of paper with just a little bit of heft on the inside.
I will open it up.
So it is a piece of paper that wrapped around it that has a quickly scrawled note in a hand that you probably don't recognize. Probably.
Probably not.
And is around a dark metal earpiece, and the note says, "There are others who could welcome your talents and your skills. There's a place where you could make more of a difference. Use this, reach out to them, and learn their stories."
Roll an insight. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm great at those. My wisdom is so high.
Because you're such a cleric.
Yeah, like a cleric.
We all know that's not true. No.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think you recognize the script, but you don't really know where from. It looks familiar.
I am proficient in calligrapher's surprise, so I wrote it in the hand of my half-orc alias that's in the scroll.
Did you say calligrapher surprised?
Supplies.
That certainly was a calligrapher's surprise.
It was a calligrapher surprise. Very much.
Yeah. I use that with my forgery kit to make them really hard to trace.
I mean, this is clearly the work of Spectissa. I mean, putting things in your pocket without you noticing.
Yeah, who do you think I had do it? Definitely didn't use my hat of disguise to look like someone else and bump into you while you walked to breakfast. I couldn't do that.
I think I'm gonna look at it for a second and be like, Malachar, it's me again.
He doesn't respond. I was just letting you continue.
I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, I assume it's from you. It might not be, but how else would you know about it? But I don't know really what I'm doing right now. But that's not really your problem, so I'll just leave you alone and I'll see you at breakfast, I guess. It's Hallow, by the way.
You can respond to this message. He doesn't respond, but about 10 seconds later, you try on kind of the view of the grove. You see Malachar just walk up towards the Boros Brew and head on inside.
All right, I guess I'm gonna go to breakfast. I'm gonna put the note back in my pocket and kind of just hold the earpiece in my hand for a while and then put it on and just go to breakfast.
Okay. Not that you would know this yet, but it takes attunement.
Yeah, I figure I'm just gonna put it on.
Yeah.
This poor girl. This
All right.
mess.
Because that's going to do nothing but help you heal, right?
Terrible people.
Bless this mess.
Our hand on the doorknob to go inside for breakfast. We flash over to Arcady, who's rising, putting on his armor for the day, when in comes a flying servitor, which is a winged thrall. It is the amalgamated body parts that have been recycled with mechanisms and arcane energies to be a lesser being that conveys messages from point A to point B with very little opinion about how it happened or what they're saying. And they forget it instantly right afterwards. A great tool of the Orzhov. But he shows up and relays a message to Arcady. In the voice of the divine, Arcady comes echoing out of this winged thrall. Arcady, you are requested in the presence of Alsorioth. Make haste.
Arcady was on his way to the Boros Brew and immediately turns heel and starts picking up the pace through the streets of Ravnica, going back to the cathedral.
As you enter the cathedral, you see before you the regalia of your faith, resplendent upon every surface. And the gaudy, it's overdone even by your normal tastes. But you're also aware that this is just the presence of the divine, making everything seem that much more amazing than it really is. So as you make your way up the aisle to a black marble podium, there, beyond it, seated with wings folded behind her, is Alsorioth. She looks still, almost as if a statue, but your eyes slide away, and by direct focus of concentration, you're able to lock your eyes upon Alsorioth and her infinite beauty.
Immediately take a knee, and you have requested my presence, yes?
Katie, you were sent to an old tower, one I buried long ago. What have you unearthed?
My lady, I fear that there are forces at play here in Ravnica that we need to be careful of. I have encountered an army with some kind of portal to another realm, and an army was seeping through it. I am not sure what it means, but I feel like it will have consequences.
She begins chuckling. Arcady, as much as I appreciate your very, very short understanding of a mortal, I asked what you unearthed, not your perception.
There was another thing, but it wasn't related to the tower, not to that mission, to something else I was doing. The cleric I was tasked with investigating. It turns out that the source of her power was actually from another angel. A male one. The ministrant gave me some information that perhaps you are not too happy with this unearthing.
Yes, we are aware of Dardaria. It is not for us.
I assure you that I've started taking measures to fight this problem. If you would so allow me to, I should continue with my endeavors.
Katie, I truly applaud your vigilance, but would you pit your might against that of the mountain? How many stairs must you climb before the fall becomes too daunting?
I have climbed many steps in my lifetime. I am not afraid of a few more. The higher I climb, the closer I reach the top. If I fall, then others will take my place. That is the nature of the guild after all, isn't it? But I will try and try until you are pleased and I succeed.
Very well. You may proceed.
Thank you.
This will be the darkest trial you've ever faced.
I shall take your light.
You still have not answered my question. What is it that you unearthed?
Prophecy.
In the tower, I found the rest of the prophecy, the one I remembered fragments of. I could not understand what it meant, but maybe you can make sense of it. Probably. And I just take the piece of parchment where I read the prophecy on and just still head down, just give the parchment.
She reaches out, and as it touches her hand, it burns to flames, and she begins reading it from the ashes in the air.
That's pretty
Which
mad.
I've got as a dungeon master, so I'm going to go ahead and tab over here.
I mean, hey,
I'm
listen,
scrolling up.
we don't care. That's pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Weird flex, but okay.
This guy. Do not trust this guy.
Hey!
Totally
That's
good
not
idea.
trust.
Did you see his tweet?
He offers
Well,
very
I mean,
good career
Robert trust-
advancement opportunities.
Yeah.
So amid the burning ashes, embers sort of glow in an angelic script before Osurioth. As she emotes, "The stars be unseen through the brilliance of night. The enemy stirs in the maelstrom of light. This speaks. It's the eternal war. The war of the angels which I have forsaken. And you, would you be wise, would turn a blind eye. The sky rent asunder as the legions amass. The eye of the ages, a bridge we must pass. I do not know what bridge it speaks, but the eye of ages, that is something much darker. The eye of ages is the view from the eternal. Only one who cannot die can make or invoke the eye of the ages. The sword and the shield bear witness and end. The key be the lock to which Ravnica rend. I do not know the sword and the shield. But the lock to which Ravnica ran seems to be the puzzle by which we shall save or doom this plane. Alloys combine, sublime and step through, lest Lazatep rest on the brow of the rule. Misium is one such alloy. Lazatep is the other.
I appreciate your infinite wisdom, but I feel like still there are questions unanswered. How would you like me to proceed into finding the rest, the missing pieces?
Your feet bare as you walk across the coals. As you have chosen the stairs, so too have you chosen the fall. Good luck, Arcady. I will not
Thank
be
you.
there to catch you, should you fall.
I appreciate
And your
all the-
eyes, as you speak, realize are focused on nothing more than the bench where Al-Suryath was sitting. And the room again seems as mundane and worn as it was before.
Look around. Is there anyone around?
You are alone.
Well, path it is. Walk back.
Okay. You are headed to...
The breakfast place.
Oh, yeah, I mean, nothing better than the fear of the divine to inspire hunger.
Oh no,
Although-
not at all.
Are we all just
Although-
gonna like order and not eat anything?
Probably.
Sit there and look at the food like, oh.
I'll have a plate of self-annihilation with a side of anxiety, please.
I'd
don't know
like
about
some
you guys,
extra
but-
regret.
In moments like this, I had
Yeah.
to defeat munchies. Like we've lost, so I need to eat more.
Can I get a double helping of existential dread with a side of I've been lied to my whole life?
Oh yes, that sounds good. I'll have what she's
Yeah.
having.
Okay.
Yeah, that
that
sounds
Cool.
a good one. That
The
sounds like a good
Celestia
thing to do.
special.
Yeah, right.
All right. Fane, you awaken.
Yeah.
You are in the I can't recall the name of the Boros Citadel off the top of my head because I didn't write it down because I'm an
Sunholm.
amazing master. Sunholm, thank you very much.
I mean,
So
it's
you
where
awake-
I'm from, so of course I would know.
The once stately quarters that you were appointed to are not as grand as they once were, as you have been moved down to what would normally be reserved for a captain in the barracks. It is functional, but not luxurious. By that I mean you still have a private life.
Well, it's good. At least I still have that. I don't need much.
When you awaken, the corner of a small envelope peeks out from underneath your backpack on the floor next to your bunk.
I'm a little curious. I'm going to look at it as best as I can before I touch it, just in case.
So that would be detect magic, right? That's what you're going to do?
Oh, of course, yeah, I have that spell. No problem. I have all spells.
Just
All
wave
of
your
them
hand, say some magic words. Okay.
Veni vidi vici.
Roll investigation.
Investigation? Oh, well. Oh, well, that's an 18.
That's an 18. Very nice. So, yeah, as you pull a little bit of your backpack away, not touching the letter, but not wanting to really rock the boat, so to speak, or set off any traps if there should be one, you do note a small feather is tucked underneath the letter.
Oh. I immediately pick the letter up and open it.
All right. I sent you the text of what is in the letter. If you would please read it out.
Yeah, so holding the letter, I look at it and I read it very quietly out loud to myself, but loud enough that of course, listeners can hear. I'll just read it in normal Robert voice, because honestly, the German is not that easy. I am sorry for the inherent corruption with bureaucracy, but please respect my need to play this game through. Take the sword and avenge my fallen. Dariel was a villain of the worst sort, and still has minions thriving within these halls. I trust you to remain faithful to the Legion. Do not breathe a word of this to anyone. I do not tell you this last piece without great hesitation. Oh my god. I read things for a living. For if you are discovered, this will surely be pulled from your thoughts while you fight with your dying breath. Dariel is from another plane. He is bent on the destruction of all worlds, and will stop at nothing to accomplish this end. I encased him in the depths of his own depravity, and locked him in another dimension. But that is a lock that will not last forever. And if what you say is true, I fear the worst. One last piece of advice, Legionnaire. Do not be hasty to end this game. The pieces that move first die first. Feather. And I will say, upon reading that, Fane will look at the letter for a few moments. Okay. And he will tuck the letter into his breastplate, keeping it close, somewhere where he knows that it is. And looking around his room for a few moments. Okay, well, at least there's someone I can trust who has given me some information. I must at least let Cyrus know not to do anything stupid. And Fane will leave the room and attempt to find Cyrus, because it is important that he lets him know that things may not be good. Danger may be coming.
See, if I had known that you were going to do that, I probably could have had a runaway robot on standby, but I didn't know you were going to go looking for him, so we got nothing, buddy. We got
I
nothing.
didn't know either. But it's
We
what
played to
Fane
find out what
did.
happened.
Anyways, right now they just flip the nearest table. They don't know why, but it happened.
Ugh.
I don't know if we could put that much awesome on the screen at once, though. So,
Let's just all spam his Twitter until he comes.
There you go. I don't trust
Come
you.
hang out.
I don't know.
I don't know what to think about anything anymore.
Anyone who read my lips earlier, I said I don't trust you, Corey.
I mean, fair.
Fair, very right.
Hey,
I don't trust you, Robert.
Oh, I thought that was going to me. I'm like,
Whoa.
I am giving nobody any reason not to trust me.
I mean, there's
What
no
is this
reason not to trust Fane. He's dumb.
I trust Fane. I don't trust you.
Good.
guys are supposed to be a party. Like, supposed to be
Are we-
unified.
I mean-
I've been
Corey,
I've been to a lot of parties I didn't want to be at, so
Corey, do you think there's
They're
any
not
percent
true.
chance I trust Arcady? Like any percent chance? Like really?
I trust
Well,
Arcady.
Why?
I don't
Orzhov.
know. I just do.
It's the-
You should all
You know
know
what?
Arcady.
He treats me like I'm special.
To be fair to Arcady, like,
Yeah,
when it
okay,
comes
hold
to
on, I
Fane
think we
not
need to
trusting
talk.
Arcady- when it comes to Fane not trusting Arcady, it's literally just, bigotry, bias against the Orzhov. Anyone else,
Shameful.
who knows?
Yes, because there's no things that happened in my backstory that might leave a bad taste towards the Orzhov. Zero things.
That's why I said who
Nothing.
knows.
Yeah, but
Within 5 minutes of you meeting Arcady, he tried to let me bleed out. So.
This did happen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Okay.
first time.
I
Never
see
Alright,
you.
thank you for your characters, guys. All right.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
We'll get-
I
we'll
always
now
tell the
we'll
truth.
send back
Trust
into my
Malachar.
character.
All right.
Fane has never lied at all.
Except when he said he went looking for Cyrus. He was actually looking for a bathroom. Because that's what he found.
Oh, yeah, I remember Cyrus. Oh, he is not here. But I do need to go.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh, thanks. My worst thing.
Hey, well,
At
you
the
did
end
okay
of-
last time.
You can do it.
Listen,
Let's go,
Fantasygram
Fane.
only gives me a good roll once, and it was done. Never mind, that's at least a
Hey!
14. 14's okay.
Not bad.
Better than average.
You do find within the Hall of Records a listing where a prisoner by the name Cyrus is crossed out. There's a cell reference. There's a transfer, but the transfer is oddly blank. Who filled out this form?
Yeah, I am going to march up to no. Oh, Fane will think just at the last moment and not march up to someone and ask because it might not be a good idea. And for some reason, he thinks that through. Right as he's marching up to the record keeper, he will be like, "Ooh, maybe not." I wish I knew someone in the Demir other than Cyrus.
So, interestingly enough, in the ledger beside the entry, there's a signature. As I was about to say.
Sorry.
One of mine.
Fane will notice this after deciding not to yell at somebody.
So you notice that it's signed Jyrm, Jyrm.
I don't know who this is, but I can find out. I have to meet my friends, but allies, I don't know. I like Suniva. She's cool. Hallo's good. Whatever. But they can wait. I will march myself back to Sunhome. I will look for my men. And I will ask if anyone knows the name Jir.
Well, as you show up to your old unit, there is a new Skyjet commander put in place over your troops.
Of course. Yeah, makes sense.
It's a human in his mid-20s. His name is Pyrrhic, the young Ember Mage of the Boros Legion.
Just gonna verify this. Pyrrhic or Pyrrhic?
Pyrrhic. Pyrrhic.
Got it. I like to write it down, so you know. Awesome.
He looks at you. He has one curly waft of hair just like kind of comes across one of his eyes, and he looks at you. He has several piercings up his half-elven ear. He's very, very well kempt, but he slouches in posture. His boots are well polished, and his armor is shining, but a little maybe wrinkled. You know, he didn't scrub the mud out of his cape. It's clean, but it could use some work. Captain Fane. Captain, it is Captain now, correct?
Technically, for now, yeah. You are commanding my men while I am held in this position?
Yeah, well, you know, I've been given an opportunity, and, well, if it's, I don't mean to be a critic or anything, but your men were really slovenly. We're not taking care of their quarters. I don't know what kind of discipline you were using, but, well, we've shaped them up quite well, and they're flying in formation with style, and we have been seeing much improvement.
Oh, I cannot believe they would be like that. Oh, I thought that I disciplined them. Would you mind, Commander, great Commander, if I just have a moment to ask a question to my old men? I understand you are commanding. I just, you know, I had given, I just want to see if they know something that I don't, and it's nothing major. I can't honestly remember where something is.
Oh yeah, not a problem at all. They're a little tied up at the moment, but yeah, here in a few minutes they'll be coming back down from formations. But it kills me. I've actually been meaning to ask you about Hallow. How is she doing? I mean, you've been running with this crew that's one form or another. Hallow.
If you just have heard the name, or do you know Hallow?
Well, I knew her once. And then she got mixed up in something. She started hearing voices and talking to herself. And she found religion, and it's not my style.
My friend, in a sense, the Boros Legion is religion. In a sense, but a lighter sense. To a degree, but you know what? You're right. However, yes, I will say she is quite well. Nothing wrong with her. She is happy, doing well with Matsalesnia. Though I would, of course, love to bring her into Boros. Of course, Fane is lying, understanding what has happened.
Fane's lying.
But he is not telling this guy anything about Hollow, other than that.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't bet the stable on bringing Hollow into Boros, but you know, she was good people back then. I just haven't heard from her in a long time. Just thought,
She's
how's it
good
going?
people now. She's
You
very
you-
good
you-
people now.
just said you wanted she was Matt Celestia.
I don't.
Oh, you're coming. I've got places to be, but yeah, it's good catching up. Say hi for me.
Yeah, I will let her know that you said hello.
Oh, and I don't mean to be a stickler about code and everything, but you got a little something on your cape.
Oh, thank you so much.
Readily tell word.
Yeah, I will get that right now. Thank you so much for letting me know.
Don't let me catch you like that again. Tend to
No
your
problem.
uniform.
I've got it.
And he marches his way off halfway through your speech.
Oh,
Can I ask a question?
just piece of crap.
Is that question what the fuck?
No, I just want to know what's going on in Fane's head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feeling,
Literally,
bud?
he said it out loud. He said it out loud. Pretentious
enough.
piece of crap. Fane knows the word pretentious. Don't worry. He's heard it before.
Not spell it.
Speaking of piece of crap, have you
Cannot
checked your
spell
cape?
it. Fane will, however, honestly, look at his cape. Is there crud on it?
There is the smallest blade of grass, just barely on the hem. You can tell that it must have brushed off after leaving the building. This is not even stuck.
He might as well have just been like, oh, you got something here. Just flicked your nose.
Your shoes untied.
Well, Fane will pluck it off and then just be like, looking at it and just be like, look towards where he walked off and just be like, a piece of something. Oh, don't say bad things about people. Don't say bad things about people. Okay. Well, my man.
As the skyjacks the rocks come into a landing on the field next to you, they immediately all of them jump from their rocks and recognizing you heard like Mach 5 over to you and form up. Commander, are you returning, Commander?
I am held at captain rank now. Your commander is Pyrek. I apologize. But I will work towards rectifying this problem. There is a bit of miscommunication that has put me at this rank. But I have to, I come to ask you all, and Fane will look around to make sure nobody else is there to listen in other than his men.
There is virtually nobody else on the flight field today.
Okay.
There is a marching of colors on the far side, but they're definitely out of earshot.
Okay, and DMI will ask because I was typing this on D&D Beyond like an idiot, which doesn't save other than 6 seconds after you type it or hitting save. I forgot the name. What is the name that was written on the thing?
The name that was written on what?
On the thing about Cyrus's transfer. Start with the J. Jira, I feel like that was correct.
Jira.
But Jira. That's it.
Signature, yes.
Yes, I was
Well-
foolishly typing out D&D Beyond and didn't hit save.
It sounds goblin.
So yes,
This
I
is
will
goblin
accept.
flavor.
I will say, has anybody heard the name Jiram before? For any reason. Think about it. Think hard. This is important to me, and it...
One of the guys in the back kind of leans out sideways out of formation. I know a Jerem.
Yes, please. Can you tell me about it?
Permission to fall out, Captain?
I'm permission granted.
He falls out, runs up through the ranks, and he stands before you. Jim, supply chain. What do you want with him? If you forgive me for asking, he's kind of a jerk.
Supply chain. I will note, there is the moment of like cogs turning in Fane's head as well as they can. He goes, I have matters to discuss with him. Can you tell me where he is?
Well, I mean, when he can be bothered to show up for duty, he's over in the warehouse.
Okay. Do you know him well enough that if I said your name, he would oblige me better?
Oh, please don't mention my name.
Understood. No problem.
We've had a bit of a falling out. That's not going to do you any favors.
I understand. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I will not mention your name, but I do thank you for the information. If I can clear my name, just know I will give you an extra week of leave. You deserve it.
Thanks, Commander. Captain. Good luck.
Make sure not to call me commander in front of your current commander. You'd probably be reprimanded for that.
You gotta save us from this guy.
I will. Don't worry. I will be back. And Fane will salute them and walk away.
You hear audible sobbing as you walk away.
Oh, that actually hurt me. That is painful.
Oh man.
But I of course, Payne, what time in the morning is it after all of this?
You're getting pretty hungry. You know, you've run some errands before breakfast today. I hope nobody else is waiting on breakfast. They might get a little bit cranky.
Yeah, Fane will go after. He will head to breakfast with his allies as they have previously set up a meeting.
All right.
So if my math's right, it's Spectis's turn now?
Uh-huh. As we
At that
fade
point,
out.
I will be right back.
Hey, this is what happens when you split the party, okay? I'm bringing you all back together. That's how it works.
We're never going to get to breakfast today, are we, Corey? We're never getting to breakfast, are we?
Spend an hour and a half. You can't wait an hour and a half for breakfast. It's called
We
breakfast. The fast. You must fast first. Be hungry.
I didn't want
eat
breakfast.
anyway.
I wanted a short conversation, and all I got was an earring and a note and a lot of questions.
I mean, you could talk to him at breakfast.
Yeah.
You could have.
We're not. There is no breakfast. Haven't you figured it out yet?
It's like a good dough. It's never coming.
This is purgatory. There is no breakfast.
No breakfast. No breakfast allowed.
Oh, when breakfast arrives, lead us away.
Well, whenever that is.
Where were you last night?
Well, if I remember correctly, I was actually at the very crappy same inn as Hallow, but we were unaware that we were at the same in.
Mhm.
Was that the same one that we're actually having breakfast in, or
It is not.
it is not? Okay. Well,
You guys did not want to sleep at the Boros Brew or the what was it? The Rakdos one called?
yeah.
Terrible.
Bad
I
place.
remember.
So,
Called the Rakdos place.
The bad Rakdos place.
Oh yeah. So this was the very C grade inn that I guess we both stumbled into. Is Hallow still sitting in the grove outside?
That is outside of the Boros Brew.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Hallow made her way out, you were passed out on a bench.
Yes, that's right.
So as you come to downstairs,
Oh,
still
man.
holding your half-full mug. What's on your
So
agenda
definitely-
besides some, a Golden Sunrise Clamato beverage of breaking the hangover?
Oh yeah. Well, definitely slept in a little later than the rest of the party while everyone was running around doing some errands. And I guess making my way to breakfast. I don't really have anything I want to talk to before, but I do want to talk to Thane at some point, but I haven't seen him this morning.
It's funny because it just so happens the inn you're in is on the way to Sunhome. And wouldn't you know, the moment you walk outside, he comes walking by.
Oh, Spectator! Oh, a Spec. I forget that your character is not named the same as your person. Spec.
Of course.
Crane begins checking his pockets.
Hold my great sword. I also still have my glaive. Oh, that is confusing. I hold both of them really close.
I can hold one for you if you'd like.
No, it's fine. I've got it. Oh, you know what? Spec, I have to let you know. I like you. I think that you are useful, but not just useful, but fun. I am actually entertained by you. Even when you take my stuff, I am entertained. But please don't take my stuff. It is useful for combat to protect my allies.
Well, after our little adventure yesterday, I think I will let you keep some of it. It did seem to be useful for me.
You know what? Even with my low intelligence, that some of it worries me.
I suppose. So, are you on your way to breakfast, I suppose?
Yeah, I remembered that we had a breakfast with the group, so I am heading over to there. I assume you are doing the same?
Yeah. Where'd you just come from? Her jacket there, and Spec just like brushes some stuff off the back of his jacket.
I am coming from Sunhome. It is where the barracks are, where my quarters are. It is the Boros Legion place. I understand that you are not guilted, but yeah, Sunhome. It's right over there. It's not very far from here. You can see it. Look, it's huge.
Are you doing okay? You seem a little more downbeat than usual, and I know it's been a heavy couple of days, but even though I'm rather new to the group, I don't know, trying to make my spot here because, at least it'll be easier for everyone to get along, I guess. And she kind of like kicks up some dirt as she's walking.
Yeah. Robert is about to roll a D100 to see whether or not Fane indulges in giving information to Spec or not. So let's see.
I
He does.
suggest you choose the dramatic choice.
Dun,
Well,
dun.
I got a 41, and my roll was 1 to 45 is a yes, so we're good. Well, he turns to Spec and just goes, yeah, I made a report, and in the report, they blamed me for some of the issues we went through as a group, and have, at least to the best of my understandings, temporarily demoted me. My men are under the command of some idiot. And like, Fane very loudly does that. He's like, my men are not happy under him. And I understand why. He deigned to tell me about a blade of grass on my cloak, while he was covered in filth. I apologize. I'm a little upset because I have worked hard for doing my duty to Ravnica. I have been demoted. It is hurtful, but I'm sorry. I apologize. How are you today, Spec?
Spec just like leans over and like clunks his armor, trying to be comforting, but clunk, clunk, clunk. Wow, like, gosh, I've never really been in a position of, I guess, power or overseeing people like that, so that must be really difficult to, have that taken away. Seems like, I don't know, guilds seem quite unreliable these days.
Some are not so worthy of their positions, but others can be trusted. I find my faith in one of the angels, one named Feather. She understands the difficulty of all of this. She understands what I am going through. I, personally, feel like she understands what Ravnica is going through.
How do you know that you can trust her?
I don't. And there's always a little part of me that is apprehensive. But I trust in what I feel from her. She feels honest. She feels like one of the wounded. Like someone who has been done wrong before and understands what having wrong done to you feels like. That is a person I can trust. That is a person I can put my faith in.
Well, a lot of us have been wronged, and a lot of us have been in similar situations, but, we're here physically, and, I mean, look at my position. You didn't know me as of a week ago, but how many times have we had each other's backs?
That is
The
why
first time the first time I met you, I just saw you as an easy mark, but, I had a dozen chances to take things and run, and I would have been more than better off than I would have initially. But I stuck around because I actually, in my weird way, do care about y'all. So I'm just worried about where this whole situation is going, and I've been gathering information, and I do think that We just need to be extremely careful right now.
Well, information gathering is very important. I do think it is something we should... Oh, these dabbers. I do think it is something we should share with the group. But I do want you to understand something, Spec. I trust you because I see that wound in you. Because those are wounded can be sneaky. They can be devilish. They can do wrong to others. They understand what being wounded is like. What being a Ravnican is like. I think those who have been hurt are the ones that Ravnica can most trust. Because the ones who have not been hurt don't understand what Ravnica is going through. Spec, I trust you. I might trust you to not steal my things, but I trust you as an ally. I think that you are one of the strongest of us, especially being that you have chosen not to be part of a guild. You have chosen the way of the strong, not to follow others, a way I could not choose. You are the best of us, because you are willing to be alone. Even with us, you are willing to be alone. It is something I find important in people. You might not understand my feelings, and I get that. They are weird. They are jumbled. I don't necessarily think straight all the time. But I just want you to know. I believe in you. I do. You are one of my allies. And I trust you in combat, in life, fully. Again, not with my items, but in combat and life, yes.
Well, I'll admit that's the first time anyone has put that much faith in me, and I think that might be a little misplaced, but, you know, coming from a petty thief, I'll try to be as honest and upfront with you as I can. I do want what's best for me, because I've been in a place where I have been wronged, and I refuse to go back to that place. But even with that, I see that together we can all achieve something that is better than our current situation. And I feel like with what has happened, you know, with your men and your position being dropped, that's something that got taken away from you. So why not be in a position where you don't have to ask for a title, and you don't have to ask to have people having your back? It's not an obligation. The only reason that those men listen to you is because you had that title, and you just happen to be better than the current guy that they're dealing with because their shoes aren't tied correctly or whatever. So why don't you just start from the bottom and build something that's better for everyone involved? Why not have people that care about you and, you know, will work with you, that aren't just there because they have to be? I don't know if I'm making sense, but I feel like you're more important than that. And you do have a good heart, and honestly, a little bit too good of a heart sometimes. It worries me. But I don't know. Just be careful.
I understand where you're coming from. And sure, my men are my men because they are my men. Because I was the one in power. That is why I have a duty to them. I am their commander. I work for them. don't work for me. I care about them. No matter how they feel about me, no matter how much I put them through it because I care. But I will say,
Do they care about you?
they may not. And if they don't, they don't. And I understand that. But I can say that I have people here that, though I've only spent a day with them, have filled my heart in ways that even my men have not. I trust the lot of you to be there when Ravnica reaches its darkest hour. Even Arcady, who is Orthoff, and that is despicable, but I think he cares about Ravnica, maybe. It's hard to read him, but I feel like there's something inside of him that does. I feel like all of you do. And it's one of the reasons that through the weeks of me watching people figure out who was worth something, I chose you, all of you, because each of you brings something to this. I think that the only ones that can protect Ravnica are you. Not, it hurts me to say, not my men, not the legions of Boros, not the lawmakers of Azorius, not anyone. The 6 of us who walk outside that restraint. I think we are the only ones who can truly understand and work towards the betterment of Ravnica. Especially now, with such a dangerous force out there. Like this angel, this being. And I will not speak of it to Hollow. She's probably in pain. But I want someone to understand. I do not blame her. She is not at fault. She is an innocent. And I hope that you see her as such as well. I really do.
I do. With what's happened to her, I couldn't imagine having just everything that you thought and believed in just ripped away like that. And
It was shattered, yeah.
It's heart-wrenching, but I feel like that just proves my point more, where you just need to believe in things that are obtainable, things that are right here, right in front of you, and, put faith in yourself and not necessarily in others, whether that be a guild or you just...
I think you misunderstand me. I do. I have a lot of faith in myself. I live a long time. Longer than most of the people here. I am
Maybe
not
it's time
talking.
Please. I'm going to be around for a while as well, and maybe we should start thinking about a long game.
As you say, long game.
Oh.
Arcady comes walking around the corner, and you almost bump into him.
Arcady, hello.
And you realize you've now walked around the tavern 3 times.
Only 3. Only 3 with all that.
Everyone is like already ordering, so they're just like...
How are you today, Arcady?
I'm fine. Why'd you ask?
It's a new day. I figured I ask you how you are.
Oh, how nice of you. I'm well. Everything ready? Is everyone here? No.
I apologize. We just came here. We have not gone in yet. Let's go together.
Oh, sure.
I assume as long as all three players agree, we are going to go in.
Yep, and you see inside that Hallow and Malikar are already seated. And after you're going about making your reacquaintances, you note that Suniva is not there yet, who comes in a few moments later, wondering how Malikar beat her there.
I really did take that. My detour didn't take that long. So, breakfast I can't eat? Sounds good? I'm buying.
Wait, you can't eat breakfast? Why?
Nah.
What?
No digestive system.
Why don't you... Wait, what? Why don't you have it?
Because of the shininess.
Hold on. No, wait. Okay, wait. You are a Metal Man now, so that is why?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, I think I understand. So Malikar does not... We have extra rations. We do not use many of them. That is wonderful. Malikar, you are helping the group?
Of course, I always help the group. That's what I'm here for. I'm our helpful neighborhood wizard.
Yeah. I mean, the Izetka sometimes troublesome, but you are great. You are a great Izet visit.
Exactly. Let's get Hollow, and then Suniva, and then Spectissa, and back to Fane. So, bacon?
I would love bacon. Yeah. Would be wonderful. After this night.
I didn't get a chance to mention it, but actually before Suniva came in, they took their outer tunic off and reversed it so that all of the Celestia stuff isn't shining out, just so that when they have breakfast with Hollow's not stuck staring at Celestia shit the entire time.
Damn it.
Oh, I apologize for what I'm about to do, because Fane would do it. Turns to him, why are you Celestia? You used to show all of that.
I say, Hallow's also not wearing any Celestia stuff.
To be fair, Fane would understand that. He's looking over.
Oh, that's
true. So Diva just kind of looks really awkwardly and is like, it's, I just thought this would, be nice. That's all.
DM,
Pointedly
I'm
looking
going
at
to
any
roll.
place but Hollow.
I am going to roll an insight check just to see if Fane understands what's going on. I think a 15 means. I think a 15 means he at least gets it to some degree. So Fane will look at her and go, or them, and go, oh yeah, oh, bacon, we all need bacon.
I want to cast message again to Malikar and be like, I don't mean to bother you. Hi again, by the way. But if you have time after breakfast, maybe. I don't know.
Everybody at the table.
Malikar will.
Everybody.
It's all telepathic.
Well, you see,
What?
they see you cast a spell.
Yeah,
That part is obvious.
that's fine.
Not just cast. The verbal component is a spell command. It's not part of the message. The verbal component is you actually saying the spell command.
But whispered so no one else can hear it.
Yeah. I'll try to be
verbal
a little discreet.
component can be
Or I'll just
heard.
either that or I'll
yeah,
just be like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom and I'll cast it from the bathroom.
That's a little better. That's a better
Yeah,
plan.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
Holly
gonna
would
get up and
understand
go
how
to
her
the
stuff
bathroom.
works. For
Be
sure.
like, oh,
Okay, so last time
just
someone
like
got up in the
excuse-
bathroom, they Cyrus'd us, so Malakar's gonna be instantly suspicious.
They silenced us.
Oh, Cyrus, really?
I don't have a.
Are you
It's just
sure?
the-
You had one last
just-
session? Oh, 2 sessions
Yeah,
ago.
we killed her. It's fine.
Wallow.
And I'm sure that was that.
Rest in
Oh.
peace.
Malakar will send back. Sure.
And I will come back to the table and just be like,
Unlike Cyrus.
people have to use the bathroom, okay? I shouldn't have to defend myself.
I just want to note, as a player, even some things that shouldn't break my heart, with everything that has gone on, my heart keeps getting broken by everything. Like, I'm just like, oh.
It's raw.
I mean, I think we all designed our characters to inflict pain on each other. Wasn't that was the writing prompt, right?
I mean, or ourselves, so.
and
Yeah.
ourselves. It's and.
Yeah.
Mine's just the others. It's
Thanks, Nuno. You're a real team player.
Actually, this is an important question because I did walk away at one point. Did we ever do the giveaway in chat?
Yes.
It did happen.
yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Just recently.
Awesome. I just wanted to make sure because that's an important thing.
Good.
We got
It is.
It happened. I believe the winner has been announced.
Yes.
Philibert.
Philibert.
Philibert. 24.
Oh, the one who calls Nunu a sexy voice man or whatever the hell it is. I agree with it.
Sexy
Guys,
No,
got
no,
it
no.
right.
Robert.
Listen,
Really
Well,
don't.
I
Pay
think
attention.
I'm a sexy voice man, okay? That's how I
Wait.
think.
Congratulations, Philibert. You won dice.
Flip it.
That was a real gift.
I just
I
wanted to
love
make sure it happened. Like, I went away, so whatever. Let's go on.
All right. So, after a little bit, bacon comes out with some fresh mashed juice with the pulp in it. You're not sure what it is. It appears to be half fermented. Yes, that's what you're drinking with a mimosa. Everybody who just made a gross face, I want you to think about that.
I mean, Fane would just, knock it back. Whatever.
So you have a bacon brunch, and you all stare around the table at one another awkwardly. The bacon, some people like it a little charcoal burned. No.
Super
Shattered.
crispy.
This hand up is for Fane, not
Shards.
for Robert. Just note.
Oh, Megan, bacon shards. Bacon shards till I die.
Oh, I love them crispy.
Yeah.
but not burnt. Well,
Malakar
shards.
takes a small pile of bacon excitedly, and then sighs,
Oh.
and then just takes a fork and just kind of breaks it into pieces.
I could fix
front of him.
you. I could fix you.
It has too many upsets.
Not worth bacon. Okay.
I don't know.
Bacon's worth a lot.
After you've had your fill of fatty pork belly and mashed fermented fruits and vegetables, you sit back comfortably full, Speck with a splitting headache from the night before. Last count was 17 drinks last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Superstar.
D&D
And also,
traders can bring
I
us on
don't
the
know if this
table.
happened, I guess, before the meal or after, but I definitely wanted to say that I moved my chair away from Arcady and sat it next to Fane
Oh.
just to sit next to him. A
smell
very
that? You
obvious
burnt.
movement.
Some lunchroom drama happening.
Fane has not
Yes.
gotten any love this whole campaign. Now he gets a little bit. He feels it.
Whew.
So, we've all done nothing but go our separate ways to learn about this impending threat to Ravnica, right? We did nothing else, just strictly getting work done.
Correct.
Excellent. I've learned some things about this angel situation.
Never mind.
But given that we have a eminent expert on the death pacts, I think we should let Arcady open with what he knows.
Correction. Only Hallow heard that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Major
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I forgot
Sorry.
about that. My
was
bad.
that
No,
away
yeah.
from people?
Don't be sorry. Do not be sorry for that. You are correcting lore.
It's okay.
Okay, I cast
So-
I cast detect thoughts.
You wouldn't know.
Anyway. But what I have learned may need to come in a slightly more conspicuous location. Does anybody have something they might be able to share more publicly?
Wait, but don't you mean inconspicuous location? Even I understand that conspicuous means out in the open and inconspicuous means not.
Look, we all got holes. We get raised, and we're all missing a
Is
few
it your
things.
intellect like Swansea? It's okay. Don't worry about it. I understood what you meant. It doesn't matter.
I cast hold person.
Oh, please.
Just give him a big hug. You cast hug person.
I guess Hunter.
Anyway.
Oh, that is the only spell I know. Actually, I know Burning Hands.
Lots all
And
over.
also
So.
hug person.
Anybody have any information to share?
As you stated, I would prefer somewhere quieter and safer.
Same here.
So remind me
All right.
again, why do we keep coming to this Boros thing? Just met somewhere.
That's the only tavern we know.
Yeah, we've only come here once, and
You-
that was
you-
because I held you all together.
too many
no,
times.
Gathered you all.
Just could have asked.
Everybody roll a perception check for me.
Wow,
Oh
gosh.
no!
Oof.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Oh, hold on, I'm perceiving.
Oh, wait, I have to change a thing real quick. I
there
didn't
we go.
update my new score. Hang on.
Who cares? Arcady.
I
Arcady,
edit.
that ain't
number
bad.
1.
22.
Arcady,
Oh, not good.
I
As-
also got a 22.
As you're saying that you're not really sure that you would like to reveal anything in this location, you note there's a half-elven guy over in the corner with his hat pulled down over his face. Looks like he's trying to pretend like he's asleep, but his breathing is too fast. He's also got maybe one ear cocked towards your table.
So whoever's sitting next to me that we've established is not Spec.
It's probably
Perhaps it was.
Suniva. I'm
mean,
probably
I
the only
will
one
say-
who will.
No, I'll go with the
I
next
will
room.
say,
I mean, I
Shane
would
will
sit next to him.
always try and
Actually,
sit next to
probably not.
Arcady. That is an important thing to him, to stay next to the guy he trusts.
Keep your
least.
enemies
Fair
Shane
enough.
will
closer.
always be next to Arcady.
Actually, Hal
Under the-
probably
Malakar
wouldn't
is used
because
to being
awkward.
surrounded by scoundrels and enemies.
So I just feel at home.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've established that it's Suniva and Fane to the left and right of Arcady.
Okay.
It makes sense.
In that case, I'll under the table knee Thane.
Oh, what are you doing?
Look at him. Look at the half elf, and hope he understands.
Oh no!
Oh, can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, he's clearly trying to get you to look away so that he can grab something out of your pack. I think him and Spec are working together.
Classic Ors
Roll an
move.
insight.
Okay. 11.
Yeah,
Plus 4 is nice, but you know.
you know, the Orzhov are capable of many things, but you've never been deceived by a look before. So you're pretty sure that, he's on the level on this one. But you got your ear cocked just in case something happens that isn't coming from Arcady.
Why are you hitting me?
Just let out a big sigh. All right, so as I was saying, this tavern, it has some type of, some kind of bug in here. I don't know, I'm kind of allergic to this kind of bug. Maybe we should go somewhere else. I don't like
Wait, you're allergic to bugs?
Yeah,
Fine,
a
shut
very
up.
specific kind.
Oh,
Thanks,
oh, I'm so sorry. I am only allergic to so you know those flowers called daffodils? I'm allergic to
Yes,
those.
tell me
That's
more.
the only-
While we walk
Yeah,
away.
that's the only thing I'm allergic- Okay, yeah, let's walk away. I am only allergic to daffodils. When they are in the area, I sneeze and I cannot stop it. You are allergic to bugs, but not sneezing because I didn't see you
I've-
sneeze.
Fine. Were you with Saniva last night?
No, I was at
What?
some
No.
alone.
Because you're speaking too much. It's just I don't.
I don't understand what you're saying. This is my normal. I don't. What?
Okay. As soon as we go out, I assume I'll look back and see if someone's following us. First of all.
Well, you note that when you look at the table where the half-elf man was sitting, there's nobody sitting there now.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Huh.
I noticed him
Only
too.
the
Did I
cleric
see
had
him move?
message.
I wasn't getting distracted by kicking Fane.
Sorry, what did you roll, Malakar?
I rolled a 22 as well.
Ah, okay, you would have noticed him, but yeah, I didn't see your roll in chat, so I didn't tell you that. Sorry. Yeah, so you did not see him get up and leave. As you were
Okay.
all pulling out to stand up, and I mean, unless you're specifically watching.
It's fair. I wouldn't want to be too obvious.
Arcady will start like glitching a rune mid-air, casting locate creature, targeting the individual just saw.
Say that again.
Just start casting locate creature on the individual. Yeah, half-elven individual it just saw.
Locate creature.
Yes.
Does that work on people?
Well,
You
Yeah.
people are creatures.
Have an object of
Large
theirs.
creatures, yeah.
So,
Look
no,
at
so
object
past,
and look at creature. Look at creature.
yeah, in the
can-
past I've
Yeah.
used locate object because it's 2 levels lower. It's way easier to cast. But Arcadia is doing the big game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at creature can detect anything that is a creature. So objects that pretty much in D&D. Technically, there are 3 types, but the main 2 are locate object or objects and creatures. Yes, detecting a creature makes sense.
Aha.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Though
Fine,
I will
that
note
half
DM.
elf.
I will note DM from my knowledge. If the creature is polymorph,
Spec lower.
the
Lower.
creature is polymorph,
Perfect.
then it
Perfect.
does not allow him to locate him because that is not his true form.
Or
Under
they-
the
or if they're,
effect
like,
of a
over
polymorph
water.
spell.
Or if it's like over water because the spell's weird.
Yeah.
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 You are unable to locate the individual.
Oh shit! Players are all like, "What?"
Okay.
Arcadia-
I-
Word.
Just Arcadius because the rest of us didn't see him.
I thought you had to have a specific item or something to cast to find a locate person. But
That's look at object.
no, that isn't actually the reason it failed, though. So
Ooh.
Interesting.
I
Non-de-
understand.
Non-detection is a spell that exists.
It is.
That
It
true.
is.
It's a good spell.
And there are
my
other
favorite.
things out
Or
there that can stop it
items.
as well.
Oh,
including
DM,
polymorph.
and the off chance it. I know that wouldn't matter. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh. Ignore me.
Usually do.
I apologize. I have to be right back. I think my wife just called for me. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Sophie,
So I
we need.
don't know. Does any of you have a place without bugs that don't act up on my allergy? Somewhere that
Sure.
has a clear entrance, for example, that we can control?
If we're looking for a safe place, like someone's house that is safe, like a safe house, I might know a place.
Safe from allergies, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Following you.
All right, so you head off to the allergen-free zone. What is your allergen-free zone? We'll call it Claritol.
Well, I have two options. I literally have access to a safe house because of my demure renown, but that would probably let them know unbeknownst things. I'm just going to take them to my apartment.
Okay.
Which has a cat, so not allergen free, but
It's true. When we get there,
It's totally just bugged
so-
by the demure.
after we get in there, because Malachar is pretty sure that there's probably some sort of Snoopy thing in his place, like we gotta be extra careful, and he's going to cast a rope trick, so we can go up into a small little extra-dimensional space, and then we can all hug each other in a cuddle puddle while we talk. Because we're forced to, because it's kind of small.
It's highly
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Pretty sure we can all fit, but how many people can fit in there?
I want to say it's
I
8.
think it's a diet.
I think it is 8, yeah.
Either way, for the sake
and-
of everybody, I'm willing to allow it for now. I mean,
Okay.
assuming you can all
Because
climb
it's
a rope.
funny.
Can I make it small enough to just barely fit 6 people touching each other?
When you put it that way, it sounds weird.
It
this
does.
side of it.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's squeezing just a little bit. The cat's
I mean,
name is Dumbledore.
At least for the party.
Oh, and they have
room
Fane
for
is
the
cat,
the
too.
sexual creature ever.
oh, that is good.
Oh, the cat, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta carry him up though because he doesn't know how
Now
to
that
climb a
we're
rope
in an
That's fine.
allergen-free zone,
with a cat.
It's a cat.
the tail just keeps going underneath everybody's nose. It's so packed in there. The cat's just taking free reign to bug everyone.
Oh, I mean, I am like holding on to a Dumbledore and like cuddling him pretty hard.
I
How
just
is it
picture-
less awkward than breakfast?
It's true.
Okay, everybody is in the portable hole, or whatever you want to call it.
Rope trick.
Rope trick.
Extra
Sure,
dimensional.
sure,
Yeah.
it's totally not a Looney Tunes kids adventure at all.
What is that, 1 hour? I think it's 1 hour,
1
right?
hour.
I'm just making sure.
Enough
Yeah.
time for a short rest.
We don't need it, but yeah.
It's there. It's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are all within
Hint,
it's
hint.
safe to nestle within a quietly protected, non-sayable area. What would you like to do now that you're here?
Wait, I have to ask a question. Did Malachar pull the rope into the dimensional
Yeah.
door? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because without doing that, anything can just enter it. So, yeah.
Totally fine.
So what happens if you just cast spell magic on the outside of this thing?
You'd have to
Well,
know
the
it's
problem
there.
is, yeah, once you pull the rope in, it's kind of, you can't detect it. It's just gone.
Yeah.
That's the danger of it. Or, not danger.
I
but
believe
yeah.
it also just collapses and dumps you back out.
No,
Yeah.
if you know it's there and you cast the spell magic, yes, it will. But once the rope is pulled in, you have no visual that it's there. You can detect magic on it,
Yeah.
but you have no visual that it's there.
So,
Anyway,
I leaned on some of my friends in the Azette and I learned some things about this mystery metal Lazatep, which is apparently, and I found a connection into our angel friend, Dariel, our favorite angel. So, there is an extraplanar location, and another plane of existence where this Lazatep comes through, and supposedly it also is a plane that in the annals of Ravnican history we have cataloged that there are Death Pact angels there. Not specifically this one, but they do exist. And Lazatep comes from there. So these are two facts that could not be that's no coincidence. On top of that, the plane, as far as our research notates, is entitled Lazatep. So, like, that's got to mean something with the prophecy, right?
Probably.
Finally, apparently you can make an interplanar bridge by sublimating Lazotep into a gaseous form with enough energy. That will let you traverse from one plane to another, which is likely but not necessarily what we saw earlier.
No, that does make sense. I mean, it was literally an interplanar bridge. This place is called Lazotep as well, you said.
Yeah. That's not super well notated, but it is there. Did you learn anything in your research? Since maybe we should just all go around and share what we learned, since we said we all did nothing but work on progressing the plot.
Absolutely. I went and visited the scholars of the syndicates, and we retreated to the inner sanctums and the deepest libraries, and we've compared the prophecy to other texts and books and religious stuff like that. And I think I have somewhat clearer understanding of what's happening, but maybe you can help me make sense of all this. As you said, these other angels are from a different plane, and apparently they are in war with the angels of this plane, an eternal war of some sorts. I'm not sure what it means, but I don't think that's very important now, but
Feels important, to be honest.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to cut in for just a second. I'm going to say a stealth check for anyone to notice Fane reacting to these words.
Oh.
Why is that? Oh, disadvantage. 16. So if anyone's
armor.
Yeah, because of my armor.
That's what the
So-
was from.
If anyone wants to do a whatever check, the DM denotes, because Fane will be reacting to all these words. I'm reacting badly.
I mean, my
I'm gonna
passive is
call-
18.
My passive
call
is
it
super low.
Charisma insight.
Oh, I'm actually a little better at that.
Language.
Charisma insight. Interesting.
But I still don't
Oh.
read enough.
That I might be able to rock with.
So charisma insight.
I was
and
like, ooh, yes. The
I
classic
mean, I wouldn't
player
normally
skill.
check. If it's
Hell
obvious,
no.
though, I'll check.
That's a 7. That's worse than my passive.
Yeah, no, my passive is a 14, so.
Wow. Wow, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
15.
I guess nobody notices.
We're all really
Fane making-
distracted.
Yeah.
With our
Yeah,
own
Hallow-
shit.
I said, Hallow's very,
I mean-
very in herself right now.
I mean, Arcadie's talking. Like, we can't pay attention to anything else.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Makes sense.
Sam just had an idea that I think Suniva also has, so I'm working through that right
Yeah.
now.
I said, Hallow's definitely just like,
Fane is making faces. Nobody is seeing them.
no one's
I'm petting the cat.
home here.
You're just like the big reacting guy at the back of the crowd, just like,
Yeah.
don't-
It's like, ugh.
Except, I imagine he's, like, in a corner and, like, Spec and Malachar just, like, leaning again into him.
Because we're all just like
Oh.
squeezed in.
Yeah. It's like, Arcadie, you couldn't have taken the armor off beforehand. It's very uncomfortable to cuddle with.
Damn you, Phoenix. Oh,
who put spine where they're puncturing? Ow!
yeah.
Because
So nobody
I'm
notices.
not very comfy either.
Go on.
By not noticing this, Arcadia continues. There was also some comparison between the part of the prophecy that mentioned the Eye of the Ages. Something mentioning the view of the eternal, and something about only those who cannot die being able to invoke it. Does this make any sense?
Well, if the interplanar bridge was created by sublimating a metal into a plasma, it would be very deadly to living things.
Huh.
That could be as simple as that.
Are angels sort of as those who cannot die?
True.
Maybe.
It might have
Maybe we
something
also
to
have-
do with the Boros.
We also have particular death pact angels that we've dealt with now, which are
And-
definitely could be in that category.
And also the leaders of the Orzhov, and Fane turns towards Arcady. They are spirits, correct?
The Obsidat.
Yes.
So there's a few that I just off of the top of my head that I can think of. Angels from the Boros and the spirits from the Orzhov. Maybe one of them has to do with it.
I don't know. I have reasons to believe that our prime concern is Dardariel.
I mean, I agree. Yeah.
It's just a matter of how
why?
to pursue. Because of this eternal
Why?
war I speak of. They have been the
So
enemies of our plane.
So this is one angel. There is one angel. When I looked into this whole thing, I didn't find a peep in our histories about this individual. This one angel. What do you know?
Some of the records in our inner sanctum go back a long, long time. There's records of this eternal war I speak of, and the name Dardariel is invoked on some of them, some of the texts. I have reasons to believe that something bad's happening, and that leads me to the next part of the prophecy I could match with some of the texts. The part about the key be the lock. I am still not sure what this means, but I think this is the key factor that will spell salvation or damnation for Ravnica. Just can't really pinpoint why. Seems to be in all the ominous texts about the end of the plane. This key and lock seem to be referenced.
The key be the lock. The key is the lock?
Perhaps.
Is it?
By the way, Corey, if at any point you want me to roll deception, tell me.
So far, nope. You're on point.
Perfect.
Fane will jump in. Because I literally rolled a 5% chance and rolled a 2 on my D100.
Get there.
So, Fane will come in and go, I know a little bit.
Go on.
Does anyone here know about the angel feather? Well, she is my most she's my most trusted advisor. She's above me, but she has told me not to share this information, but I believe it's important that the rest of you know. She sealed Dardariel. She's the one who locked him away. And the fact that he has escaped her confinement Where is her? She's powerful. She's very powerful. And for him to escape her confinement means he has used some power. Some kind of massive power to escape. It may have been through Hollow. And Hollow, I want you to understand, I do not blame you. It's not your fault, but the fact that Feather, such a powerful entity, fears that Teriel means something.
Yeah, like halfway through that, what's the situation like vis-a-vis bottom of this hole? Like if I were to just like let go, aka halfway through what Fane was just saying, can I just let go?
You're not holding on, but there is a place in the middle where if you go, you will drop back into Malakar's apartment.
Yeah, I think like when it gets to like he did something to come through, I think Hal is just like gonna walk and just drop down through the hole without saying anything.
Okay.
DM, I would like to request vulnerability to psychic damage because giving this information out has weakened Fane's psyche.
Well, there are optional rules around madness.
Just saying. So Fane felt awful for saying this, but he said it because he felt it was important. And I feel that vulnerable to psychic damage, aka taking double damage from psychic, makes sense for how he's feeling.
Okay.
Just a request. DM can say no.
Well, I can acknowledge that until your next long rest. Yeah, absolutely. You are in a vulnerable state.
Okay. I will mark it that I'm vulnerable to psychic.
That's unfortunate.
Makes sense
to
me.
Mind flare.
Yeah. Like Fane is ruined by even giving this information out. So yeah, makes sense he would get hurt.
He's not the only one.
Yes.
Believe me, I have complete notes over here of who you've shared what with. That letter.
Does someone wanna? And I points on the hole where Hollow went. Did anyone wanna?
I'll go.
I don't.
And I'll drop down.
As you're about to drop down, we're going to cut Hollow landing in the apartment.
The funny thing is, it is a 20-foot drop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe I should go.
It's not that bad.
Superhero landing.
Well,
Yeah, I'll take.
really.
I don't care. I'll take fall damage.
You don't have to because well, the half elf that was standing in Malakar's apartment makes his dex save and catches you.
Oh, I would like to jump in for a second because this is Learn to Play D&D. For those who don't understand, when you take falling damage, you take 1d6 falling damage. Hollow did not take it.
Per 5 feet.
Hollow fall into the ground per 10 feet. 10 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet.
So Hollow fell 20 feet, so that would be naturally 2d6. But Hollow was caught.
Because the first don't count.
Yeah.
So for the DM's knowledge, you can see out of the bottom of a rope trick.
Yes.
So you know.
Okay.
You can see into the living room. Yes.
Well,
now the
then
chance maybe they were like off to the side and quiet and then dived forward to catch her. I don't know. You do you. I just thought you might want to know that.
Well, I was definitely gonna make sound.
I really just pictured a black space with a hole at the bottom of it. It can't be seen from the outside. It can't be seen from the inside. But that I can brush up on that spell a little bit. Maybe refresh that for next time. For this time, narratively, nobody saw what happened down below until Arcady is going to be making the
Sure.
which is maybe 15 seconds in all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, as Hallow, you are caught. You look into the eyes of this half-elven man, and something stirs with a bit of familiarity. Roll an insight for me.
So
Hey,
good
baby.
at that. Oh boy.
Get that wisdom.
Yeah, you've seen these eyes before. They're hourglass shaped. They're yellow and red, burning like the corona of the sun. You've looked into these eyes before. These are short size.
Oh my god.
Makes a knowing grin and starts heading out the door.
With me, or did he drop me?
Carrying you.
I am going to make a sound, just kind of yell and try to kick my way out.
Oh, he's not in any way trying to restrain you.
Just put me down. Put me down.
He tilts his hat a little bit to the side. I would very much like to talk to you. It has been a long day, and your friends should not be party to this conversation. But if another day suits you better, seek me out. I'll be with the Rakdos. Tips his hat and walks out the door.
Does Arcady see any of this?
And as you hit the floor, you see the door just clip closed and Hallow standing in front of it.
What? Who's there?
It has been a very long 2 days,
I know.
and I don't
Who
know.
was it?
There was somebody here, and I fell out of the hole, and they were gone.
What? And they ran from you.
Yeah,
Hmm. Can I insight check this, DM?
I think with the conversation leading up to it and the fragile state in which she stepped out of the hole, it's a bit of a leap to jump to that she wasn't opening the door and letting it close and choosing not to leave. I don't think that your character has enough information to make that leap.
Oh, no, but Hallow just said that there was someone here.
Oh yeah, I just said that there was someone
Yeah.
here and they left.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lead past the same time. I'm so sorry.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Sometimes TM misses things. It's okay.
if she
Yeah.
gave you information around that individual, then absolutely you can insight to see if she's giving you all of the information.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
also
I want
straight up
chat-
lied, so I could lie. I could roll deception
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
makes
Of course, my charisma mod hasn't been. Let me fix this.
I want
don't know how to
chat
fix
to
this.
know these people are ruining me. I am so hurt by this entire thing.
I did level up in Fantasy Grounds, so my deception is a +8, but it's gonna roll +7, so I'm just gonna add 1 to whatever I roll.
Sure.
Oh Jesus!
Well,
Oh yeah,
21
you-
inside.
okay.
Yeah.
Jesus
Well, that
Christ!
roll is pretty low compared to his insight.
Corey, I'd
Yeah,
like to say that I love you.
I don't even. So, Corey, I love you too, but fuck you.
That's the mood. That's the entire mood.
Famous last words to DM.
Chat. We love the shit out of everyone who is watching. Holy shit. This session has been it's been crazy.
All
And
right.
we love
Well,
you. We love Corey. We love Corey. But we love you more. Thank you for
All
being here. I can't hold it back. Go ahead.
well, hold it back.
And
Being
scene.
emotional.
Oh.
Arcadia, you beat the roll by over 5. So you
Yup.
gain specific insight into the knowledge, the nature of the lie. She does know who it was that left, and is intentionally not telling you, and it is somebody that you know and would read into if you would have seen that person, and he's clearly trying to stop you from chasing after him.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's okay. You don't have to tell me anything that you're not comfortable with. I'm here just whenever you need it. You can speak to me. Just
Okay.
just trying to do the good thing here. Hello. As soon as we can. Before lives are lost.
I know.
Right.
I know. I'm trying to figure it out, and I just, a lot of things keep happening to me, and I thought that everything that happened yesterday with him was going to be the most of it, and it just keeps piling up, and I don't know.
I know. I just want you to know that it does get better. I know it maybe doesn't sound like it, but I've been in a similar situation not too long ago. I thought I knew something about myself, about who I serve, about where I got my divine powers from, and suddenly that was taken away from me. And I had to fight and climb and fall and get back up and climb more until the place I am now. And I want you to know that it does get better. And it helps if you have people you can trust in. So, as I said, if you ever need me, say it. Meanwhile, stay here if you wish. Have a breather. Rest. I believe Malachar was commenting on my theories about the prophecy, so I'll attempt to go back up. But remember, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
I start waving at whoever's up there.
It does occur to Malachar that they can't get back up, so I guess he'll drop the rope, which reopens the thing, and just pokes us down. He pokes us. Are we both good down there? We fine?
Yeah, everything's okay. I think.
Yeah, I'm not going back up there. I'm just gonna go sit on something that is for sitting on.
The balcony has
Couch.
comfortable chairs and apparently a teapot.
Oh, maybe I'll go sit outside. I'm gonna go sit outside on the balcony where you guys were sitting this morning.
All right, so back inside of the portable, the rope trick, Malachar, Thane.
So,
Mhm.
what happened while I was gone?
We sat here quietly and waited for you to come back.
Oh,
Is Hollow okay? Is she coming back?
just needs some time. It's understandable, I think. After all she's been through. Feel free to go down there and try to speak to her, but I think she just needs to be alone now.
Well, I've shared what I've learned about our current situation, and it's imperative that, I think said earlier that we act as a team, because we are a group that is potent outside of the current working construct of the guilds. The guilds are working to further themselves. They see an opportunity like this and to try to see how they can come out the best. And we have the opportunity to apply ourselves to most effectively fix and protect Ravnica. But I've shared what I have, so I do want to have one quick word with Hollow, so I'll be right back. And the four of you can...
Before
Okay,
you leave...
you should bring her Dumbledore, and Suniva will, stuff the cat in Malakar's hand.
So while Malakar's holding the cat, who does not like him very much...
Malakar, before you go, one more thing you
yeah.
can think about with that hat of yours. There is one more thing about the prophecy. It's not only about Lazotep. There's something involving Mizium as well. The sublimation you mentioned about the portal, I think it's somehow connected with Mizium.
So, and he kind of looks up and he's recalling the prophecy. Is it so? Alloys combined, Slime a step through. Alloys isn't the mechanical mixture that forms Lazotep. Alloys is multiple different mystical metals mixed together. That makes sense. Well, I'll be back. And Malakar looks down and he looks at the rope and he's holding his cat and he just kind of yoinks Dumbledore down the 20-foot drop and then slides down. It's a cat. It's a little cat, but it'll be
completely
okay.
unfazed, has a look, his tail is straight up and has an angry look on its face at you, and then slinks
Always
out.
lands on their feet.
I get down and I try to scoop him back up.
You're gonna need a grapple check for that one.
Sure.
It's literally animal handling. It's
Is it can this be animal
it's
handling?
literally animal handling.
Sure. I
just get excited every time animal handling comes up. I'm sorry.
I have to just cut in D&D. Animal handling does not count. Humanoids?
It's a cat.
Well, it's a cat.
Cat.
Oh, I misheard. I apologize. I misheard.
What did you think was happening? I'm really curious.
Misheard what happened.
Who did you think?
Yeah.
That's me. I misheard what happened completely. I apologize. Go on.
I'm curious to know what you understood.
I know.
That's a net 20 animal handling.
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
In D&D, beasts do not count humanoids, even though they are
Which-
animals. They are not beasts.
Which is
So
a
that was my
total of 20,
confusion.
by the way.
Ooh,
Dumbledore immediately forgives you and is really doing his best to trip you from any observer's standpoint, but really just showing you up your ankles. So you
Pick him up. I know you don't like how I'm kind of not soft anymore, but you're okay. In this relationship, Malakar is the cat. And he's gonna walk out to the balcony. While he's going, he gestures. His unseen servant's gonna grab the teapot. Into him, and he walks out to Hollow. But the four of you can talk up there before we do that.
Fane, are you okay? You seem a bit distressed.
Thane looks at Arcady and goes, I want you to understand something. My life, I don't understand. I don't trust the old stuff. But Even though I don't trust the Orzhov.
Good. You shouldn't.
There's this weird feeling of mine where I partially trust you, and I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't trust Orzhov, but you. I don't trust you, but I trust you. I don't know if that makes sense.
Put my hand on Fane's shoulder, squeeze it a little bit. It's okay. We'll go through this together. It's fine. Suniva? It's back. Did you gather any
hello.
information while we were resting?
I don't know. I could not go. I could not make it back to the conclave. But
Okay.
I don't know if there's any sort of connection. But I saw an old friend of mine. Well, I mean, she was more than a friend back then, but I saw an old friend last night, or this morning, before we met, and she was telling me how somebody that I used to know in the conclave who left a while ago, seems she is in some sort of, I don't know if it is trouble or anything, but she... Okay, so I mean, about a year and a half ago, my mentor, the person who taught me to do all of these amazing things, she stole something from the conclave and then ran away, and I don't know if somehow that is related, because I have not heard anything about her for a very long time now. Like I said, it has been a year and a half since she left the conclave. And
what was this item?
I don't know. Nobody would tell me.
Huh.
I just know that whatever it was, it must have been important, because I mean, she killed people in the conclave to get to it, and that is like, even though she was not really in the conclave, I mean, I think that is still hard for somebody to do, but
Sure.
so it must have been very important, and I mean, so I don't know if it is related. It just seems weird that I see Ella for the first time in like a year and a half, and then here she is, and she's telling me everything
Right.
that she last
Suniva,
Solvig was
all right.
up went.
Suniva, breathe.
I'm
all
sorry, I know you
fine.
don't like that.
It's all fine. Just breathe. Relax.
I don't
Everything's okay.
I don't know anything, because nobody will tell me these things,
Thane
but
will hug Suniva
Finally, somebody hug her. Them.
immediately.
Please.
Thane,
don't they start crying.
Oh.
it's okay.
Beck wants to get in there.
It's okay.
And just Arcady whistling to himself.
You're looking
Feel
at the ceiling.
feelings. It's okay.
And I am sorry too.
It's okay. Don't feel sorry. Thane will
Okay, we'll
hug
make-
Suniva tight.
Down the rope, Arcady goes.
Don't blame me.
And then it's just Spec sitting there watching Suniva and Fane hug.
Spec is part of...
No, Spec got in on that hug.
We did. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry.
Spec got in on the hugs.
Yeah. And if Fane can help it, Fane feels the pain Suniva is feeling and just wants to let Suniva know that it's okay. Hugs Suniva tight. Hugs them tight.
I am crying. Yeah, Suniva sparkles go out
Trying
again.
to pat you both, like, not entirely sure what to do, just trying to be comforting.
And Fane just goes, "It'll be okay, Suniva. Remember what you've learned. You are strong. You are not weak. You are powerful. And use that." That's just what Fane says.
So now can I try to convert Hollow to the dark side?
Now that Suniva got their hug. Seriously, they are like a blubbering mess, though.
Yeah.
Feels.
No more what Fane will say. Fane's just hugging. And if Suniva says nothing, Fane will just hug tighter.
Transition to downstairs.
Yeah, right? Like, it's like, I know we're coming up on time, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Why are Nunu and I terrible people?
I don't know, but we
Oh,
are.
I would have been
No,
highly
it's
uncomfortable.
the best.
Ooh, emotions.
But we totally are, though.
I mean,
no,
Alright.
we are not.
emotion. Emotion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Alright, so,
I will know. Though every time I have left so far has been because of something. This time it's just because I gotta pee. I gotta be right back.
So, downstairs?
I'm downstairs, back outside. Malakar bringing.
Hey, I got a second floor. Malakar walks out, cat in one arm, mug of tea which he's precipitating hot in the other. Not mug. Yeah, mug. Mug works. I thought you might want to talk a bit. Something told me.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think.
You want the cat or the tea? I get to keep one.
The tea cats don't really like me.
A hand or the tea. It's okay. They don't like me either.
Oh, I guess it's good you're metal. Then it doesn't really hurt if they scratch. I'm stalling. Sorry.
What's up?
So, I thought when I wanted to talk to you for the first time that I just wanted to ask your advice and just see what you could make of all this and maybe get some semblance of thought as to how to wrap my head around any of this. And now I just... Do you ever feel like you're just a tool for everybody else around you to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish?
Sometimes. I used to more.
I
think until recently, actually.
I was so sure that I was doing what was right by my God and doing it because I wanted to, because I felt called to do it in the past 24 hours, I realized that I just feel like I'm just here to be used. And I used to think that I was special because I thought Matt Selesnya spoke to me, and I thought that I was special and lucky and set apart, and now I just feel stupid.
Well, you're not stupid. Although you are, I hate to say you, special and set apart. Just in a less fortunate way.
I don't want to be. I just wanted to make people feel better. And now there's this being that I'm tied to that's used me to get here, and then do you know what this is? And I'm gonna pull out the ring that was in my pocket after Chort left and show it to Malachar.
DM, do I know what it is on site?
Oh yeah. This on site, you recognize it immediately. You also know that you were told that nobody should touch it, and it sits in her bare hands.
Is this the thing that I think it is, Corey?
Yep.
Good, because I don't know what it is.
I have to ask, is Fane within shot of what's going on? No? That is
We're in the
perfectly
rope
fine.
trick room.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. I
Crying our eyes out on each other.
Yeah. It would have been nothing major, but it was important to me. So go ahead. What is it?
How'd you get this? How? Tell me now.
I jumped out of the hole, and there was a half-elf man standing there, and he caught me and was trying to leave, and then I looked at them, and I'm pretty sure that it may have been Chort. And he told me to come to the Rakdos and see him, and I don't know what any of this means.
This is big. This is good. This is... He's gonna get down to the low whisper, get really close to Hollow. This ring speaks prophecy. This can answer all of our questions. We have to be very careful with it. It probably knows who you are. It can speak. It knows who it's talking to. It's intelligent. It's smart. But if we use this right, we want to change, burn it all down, or save it and raise it to the sky. Not the tool. The power is in your hand.
Malachar, you're scaring me. What is it?
I said it speaks the prophecies. We can get all of our answers. Careful.
How can I be careful? I don't even...
Hello, you feel it calling to you.
Like, what's it feel like?
Like warmth and love and acceptance, and it's the closest thing to understanding you that you've felt since the presence has left you.
Matt Selesnya Mark II.
What am I supposed to do?
You bore the mental load of Dardario for years. No one is better equipped to learn this ring's secrets than you are.
How can that be? I'm not anyone special. I'm not worth anything.
But you are. You always have been. And you will be forever. This is your chance. Grab it. And together, we can take anything down. Please.
Apparently, that's the pickup line.
Almost like I was. Almost like rhyming.
Question. When do I come down the rope?
Yeah. Then our Katie goes, "Ka-thunk."
Ka-thunk.
I think I'm going to put on.
And Aka's gonna.
Probably as Arcady falls down. That's a good visual.
As you put the ring on, Malachar, she freezes in front of you. Hallow, you feel nothing. You do not feel any gap in time or anything of the sort. And over the course of the next hour, you all try to figure out what is going on, and Hallow is non-responsive. But at the end of the hour, after the rope trick has collapsed and you're all standing around her, Hallow, your world shatters.
Again?
Everything goes technicolor. There's tracers on everything suddenly. And then it all becomes clear as you hear the white noise fade in and back out like the tides of the ocean. And standing before you, you see Malachar looking into your eyes. He is at once Malachar, and his tracers are the key and the lock. And in the back of your mind, you hear the voice of a familiar cackler, gone demon, gone patron. Hello. I accept. And that's where we're going to leave it for the week, guys.
Yes!
What?
Yes! Yes!
What? Fuck!
What just happened?
All of that!
Everything. You ready to burn it all down?
Everything!
How many sessions do we have?
What just
Two!
Oh my god!
My glasses broke! Guys, my glasses broke.
Oh no!
I have to fix them, but nevertheless, what? What?
My neighbors must think I'm getting murdered right now. Jeez.
Excuse me, guys, but what?
What?
I would like to echo
What?
verily the what?
What just happened?
Oh,
My boy.
I hope everyone in chat feels the same way we do with what?
Yeah.
Show it, my boy!
Oh my god, I'm
Good
so happy I was
Who even is George?
with him. He's my boy.
Oh.
Just beginning to find out.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna get tea, and I'm gonna.
into the plot line over and over again, and this is where we get. So, the donations out there are making a difference on the screen. So,
Sure.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I
If you
find
want
it
a pact.
important. I find it important. All the players are worth something, but thank you, DM, for the world. Thank you, DM.
Corey!
literally, the only thing I'm doing is
Jesus.
giving you a little bit of
You.
information and watching you play it out, guys. You guys are
It
rock
doesn't
stars.
even matter. You let us. That's the big thing. A DM that is willing to let us do role play. That is important,
Yes.
and that matters. You let us
If you
role
wanna-
play out everything, and
And
awesome
I mean,
for it.
I do, really want to say, Corey, thank you also for doing such an amazing job of tying so much backstory stuff that I think, all of us have given you a ton of stuff to work in, and I know you've done, an amazing job tying Subiva's things in. So thank you, Corey, because it's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Corey.
You guys, I really enjoy gaming with all of you. So this is, this is what the game is about, right? So
Yeah.
it's worth it every week. You guys are awesome.
I think
So I will leave us there until next week, where we will find out about Hollow's new friend and the lock, the key, the Malachar, the Metallicar, and what is going on with that. In the next couple episodes, we'll find out what is going on with Ayla and Solvig. Why does Cyrus keep coming up again suddenly?
Oh yeah, Cyrus.
We have a couple of
What? Who's
Jetpack
Cyrus?
Angels that are in the mix, and we have so many balls up in the air right now to resolve in the next two sessions.
Oof.
It's going to be some pacing fun. So I can't wait to see you on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. Hey, shout out. To break it real quick here, but we do have more streams coming up for you guys. Tomorrow morning we have Keepers of the Lost at 10 a.m. and Beyond Mountains of Madness at 1 p.m. Eastern. And, Encounter RP is just an amazing channel, and those are some amazing streams on it. So please do tune in and watch those. And if you like what you saw here, we'll be happy to see you next week. And that's what we got.
Please,
Oh my
hey,
God.
hey,
plot.
all the viewers, come back because it's about to get serious.
Spicy.
Also, donate wild magic surges because those have created our entire plot so far.
Oh yeah, Wild
Yes,
Magic.
there's 2 sessions
Wild
left. Let's get more wild magic surges. So poor Corey has to rework even more ridiculous shit when we turn short into a pile of coconuts later.
Yes, please. A pile of coconuts. Yes, please.
Your patron is a pile of coconuts.
Consider
I know
That's
you
a
are
hard question. How many bits does a wild surge cost?
750, I think.
750, 765?
Yeah,
Oh, 750, I think.
Yeah.
I believe it's
It's
50.
It's £5.
Wild Surge has really affected this campaign. So, I mean,
750.
the rest of us
It has
appreciate
flavored.
that 20s.
Cam.
Yeah.
It
That's
has
rest of us
flavored.
appreciate
Well, because
that
I mean,
20s.
that's how we even
Wild
got short.
Surges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Exactly.
short came to be. That's how Metallica came to be. That's how
Everything.
short came to be again. That's how Death Pact Angel came back. There's a
Well,
lot of things.
Death Pact Angel
There's
existed
a lot
in
of things
backstory,
that
but
Wild
that's how
Surge
he came up.
influenced. You
I
you
said
as
came
the-
back. Is what I said.
you as the viewer can influence this campaign with a Wild Surge. Think about that. Think about that.
And then watch us
Oh,
struggle with the development.
Part of this
You wanna pass
campaign,
it?
and
Hang
you
on.
either ruin us or grant us.
This project has been hanging out there for a few episodes, and you guys are really getting into the meat of it now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh,
loving it.
man.
Guys, 2 episodes. 2.
If Malachor doesn't
Oh,
die
yeah.
out of this somehow, I'll be very surprised.
Well, I mean,
Also, the most important thing I think is important is 12-sided guy is our hero.
seriously.
A lot of serious-
We should like name our new Ravnica guild after him or something.
We shall be known as the 12-sided guy guild.
The guild
We're the
of 12 sides.
12-sided guys.
Buddy
Well,
guild.
Guilds. Yeah.
Yeah, 12-sided guild.
All right.
Let's the DM do an outro.
I've done it. You guys are we're just spinning the wheels here. We're ready to roll. And
All right.
Should we go around?
It's the afterglow of an amazing session. You guys have been amazing. And we will be on chat for a little while after this, and we look forward to leaving more breadcrumbs to confuse you further in chat. So ask questions. Let us know if you see anything on here. Definitely make note of a clip, put it up on Twitch for us, and we'll get those. If you saw a particular moment where somebody made a gesture or something that you really liked, and you want to see it as maybe an emote or a GIF or something like that, we also do things like that. So just fan interaction, guys. So we'll see you next week. I can't wait.
We love you so much,
guys-
Thank you
chat.
so much, Chad.
You guys are the heart of Ravnica
Yes.
Unleashed. You guys are the heart. Remember that.
We love you.